What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 80, and today we are returning with a big triple header with Aston Villa. 3 big games, all in the Premier League, and also the draw for the FA Cup semi-final and the Champions League quarter-finals as well, after we progressed in both competitions in our most positive episode in absolutely ages, after 3 wins in 3. So the first thing you'll see today is the draw for the FA Cup semi-final made on Monday the 15th of March. Then you'll see the draw for the Champions League quarters on the 18th of March, and then our 3 games today follow afterwards. We've got Swansea at home, and then West Brom away at the Hawthorns in the West Midlands derby. Very excited for that. And our third and final game today, oh, it's massive. Spurs at home in a third versus second clash as we both try and catch up to the league leaders, Manchester City. So massive episode today, both for the games and the draws as well. Let's do the first thing. That is the draw for the FA Cup semi-finals, where Aston Villa, trying to retain the trophy, will be taking on at Wembley, dun dun dun, hopefully not Manchester City or Arsenal. That's the titles in the quarters. Anyone but those two. It's going to be Everton in the semi-finals, as Arsenal will face Southampton after they beat Pep's boys in the quarters. Everton beat Burnley and Southampton beat Sheffield Wednesday, and of course we beat Liverpool in a repeat of last year's final. So Everton in the FA Cup semi-finals. You might think I'm pleased with that draw. Not entirely. We've got a really bad record against Everton in the series, and to be honest, out of those 3, yeah, that might well be the toughest tie for us based on our record so far this season, last season, and throughout the series. That's going to be a tough one. Obviously, our record against Everton is really, really poor. I know we beat them on the final day last season. We've lost to them twice in our last 3 meetings, so not looking forward to that. But we've just got the tournament prize money for the Champions League, and that now means we can find out. Oh, look at all those selections for England. Yes, Pickford, Barkley, Stones, Green got a call-up. Yes, Brereton, oh, Henry got a call-up, and Lewis as well. 7 representatives, gotta love that. Henry and Green making England squad for the first time, gotta love that. And that's awesome. So yeah, the Champions League draw has just been made. So let's find out who will be taking on in the quarters of the Champions League after knocking out Real Madrid. Did such a good job to do that. But even though the board of Arsenal gets to the quarterfinals, I'd love us to go one step further and reach the semis. But our opponents for the Champions League quarterfinals are going to be, Paris Saint-Germain, Neymar and company in the quarterfinals as Barcelona take on Real Sociedad in an all-Spanish affair. Atletico Madrid versus Bayern Munich and Juventus versus Borussia Dortmund are the other ties. So we're the only English representative left. Chelsea got knocked out, Manchester United got knocked out, Liverpool got knocked out, but we made it through. So, yeah, we're doing it for England now. We've got PSG in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. That is one of the toughest tests we could have had. But bring them on. Bring them on. Come on, Aston Villa.
Well, here he is, the top scorer in the league, the main feature of our match today. And it's live.
So first of the big 3 games today then, and it is indeed Swansea City here at Villa Park in a massive clash in the Premier League, as right now with 11 games to go. We're still a few points off the league leaders and must get back-to-back wins in the league for the first time all throughout the calendar year. We haven't won at Villa Park in the Premier League since January against Liverpool. We really need to get the 3 points here. Our lineup 3-5-2, very strong. Still missing Benteke from the bench, but Miranchuk is back in for his first league start since injury. And for the Swansea team, 4-3-3. A very good front trio, including Willian on the right-hand side, who always scores against me in career mode. Let's keep him quiet today. Brujic for Swansea. Pokes it through to Otavio. Bustos with a tackle but can't get it off him. Now he can. Well done for Mauricio Bustos. One of our most unsung heroes throughout the entire series for Mauricio. So good. And as Miranchuk and Martinez play a couple of 1-2s here, a good chance here for us to take the lead if we can slide through Rico Henry, who's been in great form of late. And it's a good save by the goalkeeper, but Brereton turns in the rebound, and that is exactly what we needed. We haven't won at Villa Park in the Premier League since January. We haven't had back-to-back wins in the Premier League all throughout the calendar year, but the perfect start 11 minutes in as Ben Brereton fires us in front. Rico Henry's been in great form of late, that's why he starts today. Good stop by the goalkeeper, but Brereton first the rebound, turns the rebound in the half volley. Aston Villa 1, Swansea 0. Nerves settled already. Great start. Swansea, Grujic finds Sam Klukas, nice ball inside, and Borja Baston had a very good opportunity there, but fired the shot way over the bar, and that is a let-off for Aston Villa because the Spaniard will not miss the target the next time. That was a golden chance for them to go back on level terms, and as they're in possession with Lewis, Klukas finds Baston, good tackle, but Paulinho picks it up. And Swansea come forward again here. Baston inside, Fry with the tackle, and we should get the danger away. And despite us taking the early lead, we've not played especially well so far. Hopefully we can change that and get ourselves 2 goals up here. Brereton to the top scorer Martinez, who outpaces Craig Dawson, and he's denied by the goalkeeper, and Lukaku will clear. Good start to the game, it's 29 minutes in, but I want a second goal to really apply the pressure on the Swans. Corner for Aston Villa, Lewis to take it, whips it into the centre, and it's headed up in the air, but straight to Svensson, who should clear under pressure, but he's getting it straight to Miranchuk, and Miranchuk lifts one. Oh, great save by Mvogo as the Russian went for the spectacular after Swansea failed to clear the corner. Still 1-0. As again, it's a good save by the goalkeeper, and Lukaku clears. We're applying the pressure here, a nice little spell, but we can't go 2 goals up just yet. Martinez's header easily saved. Still 1-0. I want a second goal before the break. If we don't get a second goal, I can see Swansea finding an equaliser at some point. So, got to get ourselves 2 goals up here, and hopefully before half-time. Lewis to Martinez, and Martinez gets around Dawson a little bit. Fortunately, will take it. He's got 1 man to beat. He has beaten him, and there is the second goal right on cue, and it comes from our top scorer. Martinez doing it once again, and just before half-time, we do get that 2-goal cushion we were looking for, and what a surprise, it's our Argentine doing it once again. Dawson made the tackle, but he was too slow to release the ball. Martinez robs him, rounds the last man with a ball roll, and a great finish as well for his 23rd goal in the Premier League, a 22nd goal in the Premier League this season, but still very impressive. Aston Villa 2, Swansea City 0, and he is odds-on favourite to win the Golden Boot by distance. He's just too good. Coming towards the end of the game, still the lead is 2. We might be able to get a 3rd goal here though, as Martinez turns Craig Dawson. He's got Brereton moving inside and finds Miranchuk as well, and the Russian finds a bit of space. Can he cross it at the far post? Arriving is Bustos, and there is the 3rd goal to wrap up what has been a really, really good performance. Fabricio Bustos, one of our unsung heroes, the Argentine. He's so good, man. We absolutely love him. Makes it Aston Villa 3, Swansea 0, and puts the icing on the cake right at the end of the game. Great work by Miranchuk, great delivery, and Fabricio volleys it home to make it 3-0. That was a great performance, a really great win. His first of the season, and what a big 3 points for Aston Villa. Come on. We got our first goal, then we sort of eased off the pressure a little bit, but we knew for a fact that we could win this game if we put our foot back on the gas pedal. That's what we did, and we definitely deserved the win. A great display, great to get the clean sheet as well, and a really impressive victory for Aston Villa, and for the first time since January, we've won here at Villa Park in the Premier League. Come on. It's been a tough start to the calendar year, but I don't want to jinx things, but after 4 wins in 4, maybe, just maybe, we are back to our best. A very controlled 3-0 victory, without question deserved the 3 points, the far superior side from start to finish. But whilst Brereton scored 1, whilst Martinez scored 1, and whilst Bustos scored 1 as well, I want to give man the match to the boys at the back, because defensively in this game, we shut the door on Swansea, and I was quite worried with their threatening front trio of Otavio, Baston and Willian, but instead the boys at the back were absolutely fantastic. So they'll get the champagne, we get the 3 points, 3-0 the final score, and a big victory for the Villa. And just before our second game of today's episode, the West Midlands derby against West Brom, we do have 3 more scouting updates here from our scouts that are currently based in Czech Republic, Uruguay and Morocco, I think that's right, and we shall see what they've got here for us. We're yet to get a decent Czech Republic talent into our academy. Oh, right on cue. Thank you, FIFA. Simon Sternad, 5270. 700 grand valuation. I don't think I've ever seen it that high. Get in my academy, young man. The perfect anti-jinx right there. That well could be the next Pavel Nedved. He looks very talented indeed. Second scouting update from Morocco. Yashin could be alright, but the overall is quite poor, so we'll just continue scouting on him. This Yashin can go though, and so can this goalkeeper, so can this goalkeeper, and that goalkeeper could be alright. And this guy could be okay as well. So you can see scouting on those 3 players right there. I want to go to the academy straight away. But actually, no, we won't, because we got an academy update today. So we'll leave it until then. But I want to find out how good that Czech Republic talent is. But also, one thing I do want to say here is that in a previous episode of my Huddersfield Town career mode, I said that this year you can't lose players to other clubs. But actually, you can. It's just very rare. So there was a goalkeeper that went to Hull. There was someone who went to Arsenal as well. So if you want to say real quickly, for those that heard me say you can't lose players players this season to other clubs in the youth scouting updates, you can. That's my mistake, and I apologise for that. But it is rare, to be fair. It is very rare. You don't see it happen very often. So, yeah, we've lost out on that goalkeeper. He's gone to Hull, but I don't think it'll be that great. Diaz could be okay, so scouting on him. There's the player that went to Arsenal. I got an email for it as I loaded up the save today. He could be all right. But this guy could be okay, because scouting on him. We shall reject him. We shall reject him. We shall definitely reject him. We shall definitely reject him. Oh, not a good batch here from Uruguay. We'll reject him. He's got a really poor overall, so we'll reject him as well. And we'll reject him as well. So only the one player to our academy then, that Czech talent. And we'll take a look at him after the game against West Brom as well. So jumping into the second of the big three games today, as we now take on West Bromwich Albion at the Hawthorns in a West Midlands derby. I love the derby clashes in career mode. So fun as we aim for our 5th straight win in all competitions to end the month of March. West Brom lining up in a 4-1-4-1. A very decent team. And Simon Mignolet normally plays very well against us, so hopefully he won't have a stormer today, the Belgian. But for our team, no change to our formation or lineup after the win against Swansea. So same 3-5-2, same set 11 players, and hopefully same performance and same result. Come on, Aston Villa. We have just overtaken Spurs in the table and gone into second place, but we're still 4 points behind the league leaders, Manchester City. So need to come through in this game and get the win as we test Simon Mignolet early. But as I said pre-game, this guy always plays well against us. Is that a goal kick? How is that? Well, Bustos must have touched it. But either way, it's still 0-0. And that's the start we need right there. Put the pressure on early, get a shot on target, test Mignolet straight away, and show that we're going for our 5th straight win. Come on. Brereton down the left-hand side, rolls it into Henry. Great chance here. Rico on the turn, lifts one to the far post. Bustos is there. First shot blocked, but the second shot is a stand tackle that's resulted in a goal. Fabricio Bustos has scored his second in 2. Made it 1-0 to Aston Villa, and we've gone in front 10 minutes before the break with a stand tackle goal. That's bizarre. The first shot was actually a header. I was going for the bicycle kick, but Bustos said, no, I've not got the acrobatic effort, but he'll go for the header. It was blocked, but as Mignolet was on the ground after the header, Bustos stand tackles it in to the back of the net. I'm not sure I've ever scored with a stand tackle before, but we'll take it. West Brom 0, Aston Villa 1, and we draw first blood in the West Midlands derby. What can Fabricio Bustos not do? Well, that was a bizarre goal to say the very least. We will take it. Aston Villa in front. And as we look for a second goal here just before half-time, can we get it? Martinez. Oh, brilliant cross, and Miranchuk denied by an even more brilliant save by Simon Mignolet. Like I said, he always has a stormer against me. That was a fantastic ball, but an even better save from the Belgian. Martinez blocked, and Rafinha will clear. This is an excellent way to end the first half, though. Getting ourselves in front, breaking that deadlock, and like against Swansea, we're keeping our foot on the gas pedal, and we're seeing the results. To the final half an hour, we're still currently leading by a goal to 0. We've been the better team this afternoon, but if we don't wrap up these 3 points, I'm a little bit cautious that the Baggies might find a late equaliser. But this is a nice little build-up here, and as Brereton's inside the area, they'll roll it into Alessandro Schupf, and Schupf's shot deflects off Johnny Evans and goes behind for a corner. Just one more goal, and I think that'll be enough. Lewis's delivery to the middle, Brereton's header deflects off Burke, and behind for yet another corner. Come on, Aston Villa. Let's wrap these 3 points up. Lewis' delivery. Burke again is there. And the Baggies will clear. You might have seen in the top left there the shot disparity. West Brom have had 1. We've had 7. But still the lead is just a goal to 0. Fry to Socrates. Miranchuk. Schupf. Miranchuk. There's the opening, and that should have been the goal. We've had the chances, but we've missed so many. And if we don't get these 3 points, I'll be livid. Brewster. Quick little throw down left-hand side to Andre Green. There is a subs link up. Intelligent play from Rian to take it quickly. And as Green steps inside, a great chance here for our second goal. Andre Green denied by Mignolet. And Aranguiz will clear. Can't believe this. 15 minutes to go. We've carved West Brom open a number of times this afternoon, but the finishing just hasn't been there. And if it's not there against Spurs, we won't be getting the 3 points, no question. As Green did really well to control there and keep the ball in play. Now can he turn and find space to cross himself? Deflected off Evans and away by West Brom. I can see them grabbing a late equalising goal. So I need us to get a second and wrap these points up. One final chance for West Brom to claim a point, but instead that should do it. And there it is. We missed a lot of chances, but we are delighted to get back-to-back clean sheets and a massive victory here. It's now 3 clean sheets in a row in the Premier League as well. It's been a long time since we had that sort of form, and a big victory in the big derby sees us cut the gap on Man City once again and prove that we are still in this title race. 5 wins from 5. Come on, boys. We should have won this game by more goals. We had the chances, but my finishing was poor. However, defensively, once again, that's where the real credit goes in this Aston Villa team. We've really been good at the back for the first time in a long time, and it's feeling great. But for man of the match, I'll share it between the guy who got the assist, Rico Henry, who capitalised on his start today, and the guy who made it 2 goals in 2 for Fabricio Bustos with his stand tackle game winner as we get the 3 points. We're coming for you, Pep. We're not giving up. We're still in this title race, and if we can beat Spurs, we can really close the gap and apply the pressure. Come on, boys. And as you can see, for the 4th straight month, Lautaro Martinez has been awarded Player of the Month. I love this new feature in career mode, but I feel like it's too easy for your players to win it. Don't get me wrong, Martinez is top scorer of the league with 22 goals, so certainly to win it 4 months in a row shouldn't be necessarily impossible. But you feel like sometimes it's a little bit too biased towards your players. You'd rather see some variety in other players across the league winning it. But Martinez right now has been the best player of the season with his 22 goals. And right now, well odds-on favourites to win the Golden Boot. Now, Man City do have a game in hand right now as we enter April. We're both playing on the 3rd as they play host to Everton and we play host to Spurs. And as you can see, a brief look at the table right now. With 9 games to go, we're just 1 point behind. But of course, the teams around us do have that game in hand. So that is something to watch out for. But as we now into the 1st of April, we're going to take a look at the academy update and see how the boys are currently getting on. And I'm very excited to see that young Czech talent, Simon Sturnad, and see what he's like. Well, there's Soria, that Uruguayan, looks pretty decent. There's El Mubarak, also looks pretty decent. This guy probably the standout so far, though. Hyun Ki-yun looks absolutely amazing. 6'3" as well, Cam, looks really good. Benzai could be alright. Nadir Abbas looks very good as well, as is Abubakar. But as for Simon Sturnad, how good is he? Well, the potential range is quite big, but that will reduce as time goes on. But already 63 rated, 16 years old, and already quite quick as well. A right-footed left winger. He could be very, very good in the future. I'm excited about this young man, and very excited.
2 terrific teams in action here, both of them in with a chance of winning the title. What happens will be really important. We're moments away. Join us for the kickoff, and it's live.
So here we go then, 3rd and final game of today's episode, and it's the big one. We're playing host to Spurs here at Villa Park in a 2nd versus 3rd clash, where you really feel, with just a few games to go, neither side can afford to lose this game if they want to be crowned champions come the end of the season. We're lining up in our 3-5-2, but just the one change from our wins in the last 2 games, where Grealish will fill in for Miranchuk, who's too tired to play the game, but a lot of the players out there are really tired after our victory just 3 days ago on Wednesday. But as for the Spurs lineup, 4-2-3-1, no Hugo Lloris, so Paolo Gazzaniga will start in goal for Spurs. And as for their attack, it's fantastic. Nkudu on the left, Shaqiri on the right, Ali the Cam, and that danger man, Harry Kane, leading the line. Massive game, it's Spurs. Neither side can afford to lose, but a win would be huge. Come on, Aston Villa. I bigged the game up. It's not been a great start so far. 17 minutes in, yet to see a shot recorded. And as Harry Kane is on the ball, here comes Spurs looking for their first chance. And Kudu down the left-hand side, drags Dale Fry out of position. And Fry comes back to make the tackle. We can't get it off him, Kudu. And Fry again makes the tackle, but still can't get it off him. Ali finds the room. Ali on the ball, shoots, and Icardi makes the save. And a little bit of a lucky moment there, just couldn't get the ball clear, and Icardi bails us out as it's still 0-0. But 21 minutes in, Spurs looking a slightly better team to start the game off. Not a good start from an in-form Aston Villa team. Winks on the ball, finds Ali, shot comes in, and just wide of the post. You can see he was agonisingly close to giving Poch's boys the early goal. Nice strike through the legs of Stones. Icardi well beaten, and that is a fraction wide of the far post. Big let off. Kane for Spurs, and now Nkudu on the ball, gets around John Stones, and all the pressure in the first half has come from the visitors as they look for the first goal. And Nkudu, Kane, Icardi with the save, and Fry hoofs it clear. And at this rate, it's looking inevitable Spurs will take the lead. They're the ones getting the chances, they're the ones applying the pressure, and they're the team looking way more likely of breaking the deadlock. Ali to Kane. And Kane on the ball, Stones is there. This is worrying. We've really got to wake up. We're yet to get going. And that should do it for the first half. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, we've survived the onslaught. It was all Spurs in the first half. We're yet to get going. The fans sounding their appreciation for shutting the door, but it's only a matter of time before Spurs break the door down. They've been the better team. They've had all the shots. We're yet to get going, and we need to if we're to stay in this title race. Boys a little bit tired after the win on Wednesday, but no excuses. We just not turned up yet. We're yet to get going. So as the second half gets underway, let's change that, and let's get our first chance straight away. Lewis to Henry with a nice little turn on Florenzi. And Henry into Toby, and Toby couldn't keep hold of the ball. Shaqiri is there, but Lewis does win it back with good pressure, and the pass deflects, and Shaqiri lost out to Martinez, and Grealish shoots, and Gazzaniga makes the save. Still 0-0, 5 minutes after the restart, but there's our first shot on target, and this is much more like it from Aston Villa. We had a poor first half. We've come out firing as we look for that first goal of the game to get in front. Kudu for Spurs through to Dele Alli, and a great chance here of some white shirts storm forward, including Harry Kane. Kane on the ball, rolls it in, and unmarked is Kudu, who hits the post and should have scored. Shaqiri tackled by Ross Barkley, a brilliant tackle by Ross as he wins the ball and turns behind for a corner, but off the woodwork from Kudu. And how many more times are we going to get let off the hook? It's been all Spurs for the most part. They should be in front. Kane on the ball. They are in front. It was coming and they deserve it. Harry Kane receives the ball, and finally, after an abundance of chances, Spurs break the deadlock, and it's no less than they deserve. They're being a better team, and there is the goal to find them in front. Nice little ball inside by Winks, I think it was. Kane takes a touch and a brilliant finish. Aston Villa 0, Spurs 1. We can't afford to lose this game. But as things stand, we are 1-0 down, 29 minutes to go. Got to get back in this one. Rico coming off the surge, 25 minutes to go. As we still currently trail by 1. It's not looking good for Aston Villa right now. As Guerrero lays it off to Heung-min Son. Nice little ball inside, plays a 1-2. Oh, that's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. How do you defend that? I mean, how do you defend that? Belotti, the Italian, who's just made it 2-0 after just coming off the bench. And Spurs have just done the most incredible set-piece routine I've ever seen the AI do on FIFA. How do you defend that? Absolutely brilliant, incisive, clean-cut passing. So quick, it happened in the blink of an eye. Aston Villa 0, Spurs 2, and that's brilliant. I mean, there is no other word for that than brilliant. Absolutely amazing little set-piece routine there from Spurs. And as Bustos couldn't get away from Ferreira, I can't believe that. I'm in shock. That was amazing. That was just incredible from Spurs. Absolutely amazing. That must have taken a long time on the training ground to come up with. That was quite remarkable. And as Son lays it in, it's free. And I cannot believe this, but after 5 wins in 5, we entered a massive potential title clash. And Spurs have torn us apart. Aston Villa 0, Spurs 3, and we've been destroyed at Villa Park. Spurs are going to deserve these 3 points. This has been one of the toughest games of FIFA I've played in a very long time. They've been amazing. Absolutely amazing. They knew what was at stake in this game. They felt they had to win, and they're going to win it convincingly. As Martinez steps inside, we could get a consolation goal, though, as he hits the post, and Gnabry can't finish as Florenzi blocks the shot and turns it behind for a corner. We've just not played well enough. Simple as that. We've not played anywhere close to as good as our opponents have, and they're going to deserve this win by far. They've been fantastic. Goalkeeper, defence, midfield and attack. All of those areas from Spurs today were executed perfectly. Gaza gets the clean sheet, Spurs get the 3 points, and with a 3-0 scoreline, that was a brilliant team display. From start to finish, they were the superior side. We didn't turn up, but they turned up needing a win, and they got it convincingly. What a fantastic win for them. Spurs thoroughly deserved the win. Absolutely no question. They were the far better side in this game. They dominated and controlled the game from start to finish, and the 3 points are rightfully theirs. We just never really got going. We never really played our natural game. Yeah, fatigue played a bit of a part, but we were beaten by the better team, and it's simple as that. And the second goal they scored, I mean, that was incredible. I'll show it on the screen for you again. I've never seen the AI execute a set-piece play like that so perfectly. It was amazing. They did it so quickly and so perfectly. I was powerless. I couldn't do anything, but they deserved the win. They were the better team, and what a victory for Spurs in a massive game. But for man of the match, I give it to Winks. I thought Harry Winks played fantastically, set up the first goal, controlled the midfield all game long with 100% passing, and was really, really instrumental in this Spurs victory. Thankfully, Man City did slip up at home to Everton, so a big bonus there, which means our loss isn't quite as bad as it could have been. But after that win for Spurs right now, you can see the race for the title is hotting up. We've now dropped down to 3rd place. We're 2 points off the league leaders, and the teams above us and below us both have a game in hand as well. There are right now 5 teams that could stake a claim to be crowned champions. It's going to be a thrilling end to the season, that's for sure. Don't miss any remaining episodes, as the season is really hotting up now as it comes to its climax. But that will end today's episode of Career Mode Day, guys. So a big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like, as likes are of course very appreciated, and read out channel out as well. Much love to you all. Have a great evening, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode, featuring Chelsea even in a massive Premier League battle, plus PSG in the first leg of our Champions League quarter-final tie 2.